I bet you $100 and a bag of popcorn that you didn't expect a Call of Duty Zombies video out of me anytime soon. Because you expected wrong. We're a few months away from the announcement of the next Treyarch title, and if they don't mess up their zombies game mode like they did in Black Ops 4, we may be in for a huge treat. What's going on, guys? My name is Kyle, and today we are going to be going over the top 10 best Call of Duty Zombies maps of all time. This will only be including good Call of Duty Zombies games, so World War II and Black Ops 4 and Exo Zombies are out of the picture. No offense to those. Before we get into the list, if you guys do enjoy this video and want to see more COD Zombies content in the future, please give this video a like and maybe subscribe if you're new. Let's see if we can reach 35 likes on this video. Coming into the 10th spot on our list is Shaolin Shuffle. Some of you may not have played Infinite Warfare Zombies, and let me tell you, you missed out. Some of these maps literally compete with iconic Treyarch maps. Shaolin is one of those maps. This map takes place in the beautiful setting of Queens, New York with the celebrity special Pam Grier. To me, the flow of this map is really what did it for me. You start underground in the subway, go up into the middle of the city, obtain your elemental chi, then search for parts to pack a punch or start the Easter egg. Infinite Warfare Zombies is known for their incredible boss fights and Easter eggs, and Shaolin Shuffle absolutely blows it out of the park. You have all 4 chis, Crane, Dragon, Snake, and Tiger, which you can level up 3 times to get some really good abilities. For example, the Dragon Chi spawns in a dragon that flies in a circle and kills any zombies that come in contact with it. If you haven't tried IW Zombies, you really should, it's worth it. The 9th spot on my list is going to The Giant. Personally, I love the more complex maps with a lot of different objectives to complete, but sometimes I just want to relax a little bit and go back to the classics. Darius was the beginning of COD Zombies. It introduced features like Pack-a-Punch, teleporters, the Bowie knife, and the iconic monkey bomb. These features changed zombies to what it is now. This map had more replayability as the setup took a little bit longer, and it gave you certain tasks to complete if you wanted to become stronger. Turn on the power to get the perks, link all 3 teleporters to the mainframe to open up Pack-a-Punch, and spin the box until you get the ray gun or wander off. Of course, I enjoy playing the Giant rather than World at War Darius because it's less glitchy and the weapons actually do damage, but they are the same exact map, so I'm putting them together. In my opinion, Darius was the first real zombies map, as the Smith Plays put it, the first modern zombies map. Coming into the 8th spot on the list is the Beast from Beyond. Oh my god, I have a love-hate relationship with this map. For starters, this map is incredible. The layout, the theme, the Easter egg, all of it is just so good. But the boss fight was the hardest thing in the freaking world. I cannot tell you how many times my partner and I had to redo that Easter egg because of the rhinos. That's right, remember the rhinos from COD Ghost Extinction mode? They were the boss fight in this map. You had to put so much ammo into these guys, it was insane. I would say of all the IW Zombies maps, this was definitely the hardest. The Venom X Wonder Weapon wasn't amazing, and some of the enemy types were incredibly hard to deal with, like the ninjas and the cryptids. The Beast from Beyond was honestly such a good map, even with the difficulty. Plus, this was the final main Easter egg of the series, which then unlocked the Mephistopheles boss fight, which literally takes like half an hour to complete, and only the best of the best can beat it. This allowed for a ton of replayability, because I'm pretty sure to get to this boss fight, you had to do every other Easter egg again. And the Infinite Warfare Easter eggs were honestly so good that the community did not mind redoing all of them. The 7th place spot on my list is going to Buried. This might be the map that I have the most nostalgic memories for. I absolutely love this map. There's so many different things that you can do that it makes this map not feel tedious, because you can do them in any order, whether that be trying to get every perk from the witches, getting all the buildables, or even trying to get the perma perks like the red insta-kill or the long shot SUV perk, or SVU. SUV. There's also Leroy, the huge giant that walks around the map looking for booze and candy. This is the weirdest but best thing in any zombies map. You can give him booze to open up different pathways that were previously blocked. You can give him candy to prevent you from getting a teddy bear in the box. You can give him candy near a buildable table and he will grab all the parts and build it for you if you're lazy. There is so much that Leroy can do, it's kinda insane. Not only is the flow of this map really good, the objectives feel really rewarding. Drawing chalk wall buys rewards you with 1,000 points. Making it through the witch's house gives you a free perk, which if you have the time bomb, you can use to get 2 free perks. There are all sorts of tasks that reward you when you complete them, which makes the map more satisfying to play. I would say the only downside to this map is that it's very campy. There's basically no room to train, so you're left with camping spots like at Jug or tapping the paralyzer on top of that balcony thing until your internet disconnects or something. Camping plus the bank system makes this map way too easy, so that's the only problem I have with it. There's basically no skill involved. The next spot on the list is going to Gorod Krovi, probably the most difficult Black Ops 3 map. map. I cannot even explain how good this map is. The layout of the 3 different sections flows so well, and I think they nailed the difficulty. It's a pretty close quarters map, but then you have ways to relieve this, like the Ray Gun Mark III, the Gauntlet, or the overpowered Dragon's Breath shield. The overall aesthetic of this map is beautiful, taking place in the midst of the war in Stalingrad. Plus, dragons. You can ride dragons. You can own a baby dragon. You can incubate dragon eggs. For some reason. They nailed it with Gorod's Easter egg, although it may be one of the most difficult ones. Oh my god, the pain of having to escort the stupid Mangler and Valkyrie drone when you didn't have the Gobblegum Undead Man Walking was worse than delivering a baby. And then we have the boss fight, which you're almost guaranteed to die unless you have the Mangler helmet. Trust me, I know from experience because my friend Donovan and I died in this boss fight at least 6 times. You don't even understand how satisfied we were when we beat the Easter egg. Gorod depleted all of our perkaholics, all of our immolation liquidations, and all of our other good gobblegums. I would say we put at least 20 attempts into that Easter egg before we beat it. Good times. Coming into the 5th place spot is a map that you're not gonna like being in the 5th place spot, but bear with me. Mob of the Dead. Wait. Don't leave just yet. I absolutely adore Mob of the Dead. It's one of those maps that just really doesn't get old. This one feels so much more different than previous zombie titles because it literally takes place on Alcatraz. For those of you who don't know, Alcatraz is a real place off the coast of San Francisco, California, and Mob of the Dead was designed to basically be identical to it. I have visited and can definitely vouch that because I knew my way around Alcatraz even though it was my first time there. The feel of the map is a huge factor in why Mob is a fan favorite. It's hard to explain, but feeling like you're breaking out of a highly secured prison while using old guns like the M1927 or the Uzi just hits a little different. Plus, we have the Blunder Gat, which can turn into the Sweeper, the Acid Gat, or the Vitrolic Withering. The Vitrolic Withering is hands down one of the best wonder weapons in zombies because it's basically an instant monkey bomb. If you get cornered, you just shoot it and turn around to absorb any other damage in your shield. Pro strats. Let's get into the Easter egg. The first 3 steps of the Easter egg are absolutely the most tedious things in the world. You have to grab all 5 plane parts, build the plane, and fly to the Golden Gate Bridge 3 times before the next step. Like, who thought this was a good idea? They definitely just wanted to delay the Easter egg from being found for as long as possible. Also, the basic storyline of the Easter egg is that you're trying to escape from Alcatraz, and this is based off of a real-life escape. And lastly, Afterlife was a really unique idea that allowed you to turn on power and open certain doors, rather than it just being like one power switch that turns on the whole map. Mob of the Dead is a masterpiece, but there are maps that are even better. Number 4 is going to Zombies in Spaceland. Again, if you've never even given Infinite Warfare Zombies a chance, then you cannot hate me for putting Spaceland this high. Zombies in Spaceland is an insanely good map. For those of you who have actually played IW Zombies, you know what I'm talking about. For one, it's the first lighthearted Zombies map that we have received since Infinity Ward wanted to go with a different style for this Zombies mode. It features David Hasselhoff as a DJ in the map, and he plays 80s music. The layout of Spaceland is almost perfect. You have spawn, the middle, and 3 different sections, kind of similar to Gorod Krovi's layout. Plus, it's an amusement park. You can ride a roller coaster, you can shoot some hoops, or you can even play the really old Activision arcade games. There are also 4 elemental weapons that you can obtain, which are all very good. I personally liked the Discord one the best because when you shoot a zombie, they do a head spin and kill all the surrounding zombies, and it was just amazing. But then there was the Face Melter, which turned zombies into fireworks, the Head Cutter, which exploded their heads into colorful mist, and lastly the Shredder, which evaporates them into thin air. The mini-boss in Spaceland was honestly kind of scary. It was called the Brute, and it was massive and had a laser that could absolutely obliterate you. The Easter egg was also superior to many Treyarch Easter eggs in my opinion. The steps were simple yet felt rewarding to complete. Placing the Steadicam around the map and defending it for up to 2 minutes felt really rewarding if you were successfully able to complete it. Plus, the alien boss fight is one of my favorite boss fights of all time, but it's very difficult. I always played this with a duo, so I would train around Pack-a-Punch and my partner would train in Spawn, and there is an alien for every person in the game, so for us there were 2. You had to put everything you had into them. I think part of the reason this boss fight was so satisfying was that the color on the alien's chest plates represented how damaged they were, so you could adapt and develop strategies on which one to shoot. I absolutely adore this map, and I hope Lee Ross, the head of Infinite Warfare Zombies, creates more maps in the future, even though I'm pretty sure he left, so that kind of sucks. Coming into the 3rd place spot on the list is Shadows of Evil. Absolute masterpiece. This map is beautiful as it was the first Zombies map on newer gen consoles. When Shadows originally released, everyone was complaining about it because they felt like it was an exact copy of some Black Ops 2 Zombies maps, which you can argue. The rituals are exactly like the generators and Origins, and Beast Mode is exactly like Afterlife from Mob of the Dead. But once the community started to really get into the map, we realized how perfect this map actually was. The setup began to not feel feel tedious, and it started to feel rewarding to complete each step to open Pack-a-Punch. Margwas are one of the best mini-bosses in my opinion, because they can ruin your day if you don't position yourself correctly, but if you do, they're super rewarding. Each head you destroy gives you 500 points, you can easily stack up early in the game. Plus, a Margwas spawns every 2 rituals, so it's an easy way to speed up the setup process. Similar to Gorod and Spaceland, Shadows has spawn, the middle, and then 3 different sections: the waterfront, canal, and footlight districts. The middle can be considered the Pack-a-Punch underground area because that's where you can quickly access different points of the map through the rifts. I would say this is the best Easter egg in all of Call of Duty Zombies. I don't know what it is, maybe I just have nostalgic memories connected to it, but my god, I love this Easter egg. All of the steps feel so satisfying to complete. Even just getting the sword and filling up the eggs on the little tentacle things feels so good to complete because it makes that ping sound when it's full. Plus, it feels as though you're always working toward a goal when you're doing this map. There's almost always something to do or something to complete. The most difficult part of the Easter egg was trying to defend the flag from those freaking meatballs. That was a hard step to get comfortable with. Then there was the final step of the Easter egg, which made the entire thing for me. They did it in a way that made it feel like you were in the end game. The music was incredibly intense, and you had to communicate with your team to perfectly time the train to hit the little baby alien thing that I forgot the name of. This is the most epic feeling end of an Easter egg in history. I don't know what it is, but the music makes you feel like you're Captain America destroying Thanos. Beautiful, beautiful, perfect map. The last 2 are pretty obvious because they're praised in the community, but for good reason. The second spot is going to Origins, the final map of Black Ops 2. This map blows my mind. I love almost everything about it. Keyword almost. This is by far the map with the longest setup of all time. So if you die, you're kind of hesitant on restarting. Oh, also, the Black Ops 2 version was so buggy during the Easter egg. There's a step where you have to take all 4 staffs and put them in the different robots, but one of the staffs would just completely disappear from the game, so you had to restart. That was not fun. I ran into that like 3 times in a row once. The 4 elemental staffs are iconic in the Zombies community. They were the first elemental wonder weapons, allowing each player to have a specific playstyle and have a separate quest depending on what they wanted to get. Do you remember the days of public matches when people would call a specific staff before the game even started? Good times, man. Good times. The Panzer is also one of the best mini-bosses of all time. Scary, but doable. Origins took place in the midst of World War I, and your objective is to free Samantha. I would say that freeing Samantha is one of the longest objectives in Zombies history. The Easter egg requires all staffs to be built before you even begin. Fun fact, the steps in this Easter egg follow the steps of escaping Vorkuta with Reznov in the Black Ops 1 campaign. Secure the keys, ascend from darkness, rain fire, unleash the horde, skewer the winged beast, wield a fist of iron, raise hell, and lastly, freedom. Another super satisfying quest to complete. After completion, you get a cliffhanger cutscene that raises a ton of new questions. Was the entirety of Zombies just in Samantha's imagination? Were we just toys that she was playing with? Does she control us like we're voodoo dolls or something? This was a perfect way to end Black Ops 2 Zombies, as it seemingly kept the Zombies community hyped and ready for answers. Origins is another gem of a Zombies map and is widely considered one of the best maps of all time. But there's one more that just barely passes it. A map that takes the best part of various maps and combines them into one. If you've managed to make it through the entire video, be sure to comment down below the words "made it" so I know who my loyal subscribers are. Anyway, if you are one of those people, you know exactly what the #1 spot is, and that is Dreisendrach, or Dreisendrache, or Dreisendrach, however you want to pronounce it. I cannot even begin to tell you how incredible this map is. Just like Shadows, it did take some good elements from previous maps. The dragon heads are the same as the hellhound heads from Mob of the Dead, and the elemental bows are very similar to the elemental staffs from Origins, but these things combine to create a beautiful, flowy map. It wasn't too big or too small, it wasn't too tedious to set up in, and the Easter egg was phenomenal, though some believe it's too easy. My fastest time to beat it was exactly 1 hour, and I wasn't even trying to do it quickly, but the steps are fun to complete. Running around the map during the Wisp step, teleporting to the past to spy on the vault's password, or filling up the souls for the gatekeeper. Then, the boss fight, which was amazing. You're teleported to a dark arena where you have to go against this massive gatekeeper. It was one of the most fun boss fights. It was intense, and you could feel the progress every time you completed a step. Seeing the glowing ball in the middle and rushing to throw your DG4s on it was hilariously stressful, and then there was that Panzer step that was really difficult, though you could get the Panzer Claw helmet to make it easier. Once you completed it, you get to throw an Uno reverse card on the moon. At the end of Black Ops 1, the moon blows up the Earth, but in Dreisendrach, the crew went back in time and blew up the moon, so the future events never happened. This is a cinematic masterpiece on new-gen consoles. After it blows up, you get a cutscene which reveals the goals of Black Ops 3 Zombies. You're going to various locations and different points in time to kill the duplicate characters. For DLC first impressions, Treyarch completely nailed this one. That's gonna wrap it up for the top 10 zombies maps of all time. Once again, I'm sorry for not including World War II, Black Ops 4, or Exo Zombies, as I've never played them, so I don't have an opinion on them. I believe Jason Blundell and Lee Ross are no longer a part of zombies, so I don't know what's going to happen in the future, or if zombies will ever be back to what it was. Black Ops 4 completely turned off the zombies community, as it was just a cash grab of half remasters, and they completely changed major game mechanics. It lost all of its magic in the 4th game, and hopefully they can bring this magic back. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my placements of the map. Keep it respectful though, don't just hate on certain maps without providing any reason. Anyway guys, I will see you all in the next video. Peace!